So today we're gonna talk about the VShojo stuff, and I'm gonna watch Moist Critical's video about it. It's called "Why Is Everyone Leaving This Company?" So yeah, let's hop into it. Let me make sure the audio is good.
There's a topic I cover from time to time that always seems to ruffle some feathers and get people squirming in their chairs in anger because I have less than kind things to say about some of the biggest players in the industry. But I just can't help myself. I can't bite my tongue on it. I'm like Winnie the Pooh poking a beehive because I'm addicted to the honey inside. And in this case, that honey is vindication. For a while now, I have bah humbugged VTuber agencies. I've seen a lot of the contracts that some of the top talent were locked into with these organizations, and they are extraordinarily corrupt.
I haven't seen any of the contracts yet, but I've always said VTuber corpos are shady. Like, go back and watch previous streams. You will see. You will see. There's probably at least an hour of me shitting on VTuber corpos. Just if you scrub my VODs. And yeah, dude, YouTuber Jesus is a legend. He will always be a legend.
I think the agencies in this space are exploitative and they treat their talent more like prisoners. It is unbelievable the depths of greed that these agencies in the VTuber space have succumbed to. But before I dive deeper into the spaghetti and the meatballs on my disdain for VTuber agencies in the industry, I would like to give you the catalyst for why I'm talking about it again today. It's because Iron Mouse just made a really sad video about why she's leaving VShojo.
Yeah, the reason I didn't react to Iron Mouse's videos is because I already know I would have started crying because that shit got me yesterday when I watched it. So that's why I chose to watch Charlie's video instead. But yeah, if you want to hear like the emotion in her voice and how much it affected her, go watch her video. It's so sad, dude. It's fucked up.
VShojo being another huge player in the VTuber space. They are a massive agency that's represented some of the top talent.
Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by VShojo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from VShojo.
For those
That's the worst part, honestly. Like fucking over a talent on their contract, like, it's bad. Obviously, it happens a lot, but it's still bad. But fucking stealing from charity, dude, like, are you fucking Satan or something? Like, how evil do you have to be? Yeah, she was on the verge of breaking. She did actually kind of break down, Daniel. That's what makes it so sad, dude. It's so, like, ah, yeah, yeah, dude. It's just, like, that's the worst part. Stealing from charity. Well, I don't know. That's the worst part so far. That's because more might come out, you know? It could be worse than what we know. Because we really won't know the full story until, like, the lawsuits and stuff are settled. Yeah, so far, because Mousy can only talk about so much because of the lawsuit going on. So if that's what she was allowed to talk about, just imagine the shit that she's not allowed to talk about. Yeah, honestly, a lot of the corps are shady, but like I said earlier, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about Phase Connect being bad, and I haven't heard anything about Vichiban being bad. But who knows? We don't know what the fuck goes on behind the scenes. So yeah, and yeah, everybody else is leaving VShojo also. So like, I think what, 6 people left today. I think it was 6, and then Zentrea already left like a little bit back. Like, shit, dude.
That don't know who Iron Mouse is, she is one of the biggest streamers on Twitch in terms of subscribers. She even broke the all-time subscriber record.
She did.
And she has a primary immunodeficiency disease. She has CVID. So she does a lot of charitable work for this organization, and apparently she's just discovered that VShojo hasn't fully paid what they owed her personally, and they haven't paid the money that they owe to the charitable foundation that she was fundraising for. Something that she does often, but
wait, so they haven't paid any of the money from her last subathon where she became the biggest person on Twitch? So they kept the charity money and her money, so they're missing like over $1 million, dude. That's like that's over $1 million that they haven't paid out. They are so fucked. What the hell?
But VShojo is
run the
required
pockets.
in this process because they handle her money in certain cases, which is not uncommon in the space. Like, I'm gonna get deeper into like a lot of things with VTuber agencies that I've tiptoed around quite a bit in the past, but I don't want to like fully go into the weeds of it here. But let me just go ahead and explain where that number's coming from, the $500,000 owed to charity that VShojo still hasn't paid.
They promptly sent the payment, and the subathon was a huge success.
Yeah, Nord, they owe over $500K to the charity, but if they haven't paid out any of the money from that subathon, since Iron Mouse donated half of it, that means she made over $1 million from the subathon if $500K is going to the charity. So I was just doing the math, because from what I'm understanding, they haven't paid out anything from that subathon. So that's super fucking shady. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking.
So I decided to do it again the next year. My last subathon was one of the biggest events I've ever done. The support was overwhelming, and I ended up getting over 300,000 subscribers and breaking the all-time sub record.
So yeah, doing the math in my head, 300,000 subs would work out to around $1 million after Twitch takes their cut. So yeah, that's all she could talk about, and even this is like super fucked up, evil fucking villain type shit.
But this also meant that we had raised $515,000 for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I once again asked VShojo to make the donation on my behalf, but unfortunately, still a year later, VShojo has not paid the charity.
So in a nutshell, Iron Mouse ran a subathon. It was extremely successful and raised a ton of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. And VShojo did pay it out the first time around, but when she came back for the second time the following year, it was even bigger, it broke records, and it raised over $500,000 that were supposed to go to the Immune Deficiency Foundation that has still not been paid out to the charitable organization.
Yeah, no, exactly. That part can become a federal case, and in that case, VShojo is super fucked, and whoever did it's going to jail. So what the fuck is up with all the drama with VTubers, man? I didn't sign up for none of this when I became a VTuber, but thankfully, you know, I will never say never, but I don't think I'll get hit with any drama, because I don't do shit really. I just fucking chill. Yeah, they're getting served for real. They're fucked. They're like super fucked.
To this day, according to Iron Mouse. Now, I've seen a little bit of confusion, people wondering why would VShojo even be handling that money in the first place? Why wouldn't it just come directly from Iron Mouse since it's her Twitch? Well, that's where you get into the really stinky territory where, in a lot of cases, these agencies, they handle the finances of the talent. Like, they put their grubby paws on it before the talent does. So it's not uncommon in the space for the agreement between talent and agency to have the agency directly handle like their Twitch subs and their Twitch revenue and their Twitch ads, that kind of thing.
I understand wanting to keep your anonymity and all that and not get doxxed, but at the same time, you kind of just have to trust that Twitch won't get hacked or leak your shit and just put your name and bank info so they could pay you, you know? Like there's always a chance that Twitch will get hacked and names will get leaked, but at the same time it's like that can happen with anything. So you just got to kind of have trust in that system. One day I'm gonna drop a Google Docs glaze and you just to spook you. Oh god, no. You gonna have people thinking I'm in drama for real. Yeah, trusting Twitch is hard considering all the shit going down, but I mean, at the end of the day, they have to protect a lot of they have to protect everybody who uses their platform to stream. So I understand though. I understand.
And in the full video, Iron Mouse goes deeper into this, so I highly encourage you to check out the full thing for the entire scoop. But in her case specifically, that was actually kind of appealing to her because then she would be able to stay even more private because she really values her anonymity. So having VShojo involved in that process was actually kind of a big deal to her. And for previous fundraising,
yeah, they could also use that for leverage too, though, so that's kind of fucked up.
Through Tiltify, it wasn't a problem, but when it came to the subathon money, since it was going through Twitch subs and everything, it meant VShojo was going to be involved in this process. And the first time it was fine, it apparently went off without issue, but this time, when the money was even higher, well, some kind of screws must have went loose over there at the VShojo headquarters. I guess that shit just fucking burst into flames or something, and they just haven't got around to it. They're still putting out some fires, and they'll get to it any day now. VShojo would be responsible for donating that money on her behalf, an obligation that they still haven't fulfilled all this time later, according to Iron Mouse. It's diabolical, withholding over $500,000 to charity, and also withholding money that Iron Mouse is allegedly owed as well.
So yeah, that's over $1 million. Sorry for the freeze frame, Charlie. Yeah, that's over $1 million. Where the fuck did it go, guys? Did it just disappear? Like, y'all got some splaining to do over there.
What's even crazier is how unsurprised I am by it. Now, full disclosure, I didn't know too much about VShojo's inner workings. That was one of the few agencies I wasn't super privy to on like the behind the scenes of. But I'd always heard good things, but I always had skepticism because of how the industry functions at the agency level from the other ones I know. And this kind of dirty, scummy, greedy business is just so standard for these agencies in the space. It is sickening. Now, VShojo is going through big turbulence right now. They're losing some of their top talent, like even before Iron Mouse's video.
They're fucked.
About a month ago, they made a post about how Giga was going to be
I forgot Giga left too. Yeah, they're fucked. They basically just lost all of their talent. Like, what are they gonna do? They're donezo.
Departing VShojo. And then just 48 hours later, they announced Zin would also be leaving VShojo, one of their original members. So there's definitely been some, curious Georges out there wondering what's going on at VShojo that's got everyone leaving. What's this exodus from VShojo all about? Fun fact, Giga is actually with us at Chiki now. We're not like a VTuber agency. That's not what I'm trying to get across. Our soap. She really likes our soap, Chiki soap. So she's partnered with us at Chiki.
He had to clarify real quick.
And she's an absolute sweetheart. That's what I was trying to get across. The point is, some really good people have been leaving VShojo, and now Iron Mouse have dropped this video about some very alleged scummy practices here at the VShojo corporate level, and I don't know how VShojo recovers from it going forward. They haven't made a statement yet. It's still a little too fresh as of me making this video. I'm very curious what they're going to say about it. If I had to spitball, I would imagine that their next play will be donating that money to the charitable foundation.
I would hope so.
I imagine they donate the $550.
And yeah, Daniel, I think Charlie has a soap company. I'm sorry for all these free frame, Charlie. I can't get a good one.
$15K to the Immune Deficiency Foundation or whatever the exact number was. I bet they'll do that to desperately try and save face. I don't think the community will respond well to it because it's very clear that they're just doing it now because of the public pressure that's being exerted on them.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man.
I don't know how they move forward with a good reputation. I don't think all of their talent's going to leave overnight. I imagine a lot of those contracts, in fact, I'm confident a lot of those contracts lock them down for quite a while with some non-disparagement clauses in there and everything.
fuck the contract at that point, dude. Like, if they're doing shady shit like that, like, there has to be some way to get out of the fucking contract. Like, at that point, dude, it's like, I don't want to trust a company that'll steal from charity. Like, what do you think they'll do to an average person? Like, what the fuck?
Like, I bet there is a lot of things at play where the talent won't be able to leave even if they really want to. And I can only hope that the community here doesn't start attacking the VShojo talent for staying, because I imagine in a lot of cases they don't have a choice.
Yeah, most people with common sense aren't gonna attack the VShojo talent because they don't really have any say in it. They kind of got to do what they got to do. So, yeah, please don't send hate at the talent. Send hate at the company.
Now,
they deserve
that's
it.
kind of the situation in a nutshell, but I want to dive deeper into agencies as a whole. I've kind of teased it a little bit throughout the video. And
I think they can buy out of their contracts. Again, I don't know anything about contracts. I've never signed to anything, so I'm pretty sure if they can get some lawyers, they can kind of figure out a way to get out of it. But yeah. And Rebel, I don't think anybody's gonna be auditioning for VShojo at this point. You really have no reason to at this point.
I know people like to talk about VTubing as a whole, like it's some kind of niche that's not mainstream. That couldn't be further from the truth. It is a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Exactly.
And it is so lucrative. And these agencies have swooped in and made sure they are the ones getting the lion's share of that money. And they'll kind of trickle down, drip feed a little milk from their titties to the talent that's under their umbrella. And what's even more disgusting is they fed people shit and gave them a taste for it, an acquired palate, normalizing their greed, where the talent, the ones that are actually gathering the audience, you know, the actual VTubers,
Exactly.
they don't see most of the money that they bring in.
It's very similar to the music industry back in the day too, because like back then you needed a label in order to get anywhere in the music industry. So the label would fuck you. They would only give you, like, in some cases, as low as like 5% of your album sales. So it's basically the same way. And again, these days you can blow up with your music independently. Well, I mean, you need good music to start off with, but if you got the right like marketing and promo, and you just got the right vibe to build a fan base, like, you can do it. Same with VTubing, streaming, YouTube content, anything like that. Like, I mean, it's a lot different than back in the day. I don't know why people are still signing to VTuber corpos at this point. Back when it was more niche, maybe, but these days it's like, it's pretty mainstream. You can get by as an indie if you're good enough. Again, it's also a matter of luck. Like, you can be a good VTuber and not pop off, because part of it is luck, part of it is networking, who you can get the attention of, stuff like that. It all of that shit goes into account. So almost all artists talked about it made money from shows, not albums. Yeah, it's still like that these days too, because again, I have music on Spotify back when I was a rapper and producer, stuff like that. Spotify pays like 0.0007 cents per stream. So you don't really make money from music unless you sell it through like iTunes or physical copies. And most people rely on touring when they're an artist. And yeah, like, again, a lot of streamers, they do make money through streaming, but a lot of them also post on YouTube and make most of their money from YouTube revenue. Like, that's just how it is sometimes.
The agency does. That includes merch. That includes their Twitch subs. That includes YouTube revenue. Pretty much any piece of the pie that has dollars, doubloons in it, the agency is the one that's got their fingers in it, and the VTuber gets pieces of it. Tiddlywinks. And I think it is so ass backwards. It has always rubbed me the wrong way. So I've always talked very...
I just realized what you said, Daniel. Yeah, don't bet on Rebel, because you'll end up fucking getting in, and then you'll have to pay him 1K. That would be funny, though.
Negatively about VTuber agencies, much to the chagrin of the VTuber audience. The audience that watches VTubers is very loyal to their favorite creators in the space. So they get very upset when the 5'6" Florida man Neanderthal shoots spitballs at the agency that represents their favorite VTuber because the community, like the relationship between the agency and the VTuber, is one that's supposed to be built on like a tight connection, like this partnership, almost like a family. But nothing could be further from the truth. It's about as much of a family as like the prison warden is to the prisoners. I just think it is completely unacceptable the way a lot of these agencies treat their talent. I also think a lot of people have been completely misled by them on the industry as a whole, where they act like there's only one path to success when it comes to VTubing. Or at least they did, not so much these days. It's starting to kind of get a little more clear that you don't have to sign with them. But for the longest time, it was as if there was only one path to success in the space, which was signing with an agency.
Yeah, it was like that when VTubing first started blowing up, like around 2020, back when I didn't even know about it. Like, again, I got into it last year, so I'm still pretty new to it. And you're good for swearing, Daniel. We're pretty late in the video. I don't think YouTube cares at this point. But yeah, these days, like I've been saying, you don't need a fucking agency. You're good. If you want to start VTubing, all you need is a decent PC and a way to get a model. That's literally it. That's all you need.
Where they basically give you a career. They grow you through their network. They give you all the tools to grow, but they basically own you. And I know the argument a lot of people make is, well, they gave you your career. You do owe them like 90% of the money that you generate. That makes sense. Without them, you were nothing. And I just think that is completely delusional. I think you've been brainwashed to think that.
Probably,
it's a little different nowadays where so many people are doing really well independent. There are so many independent VTubers that are crushing it. And a lot of formally contracted talent for agencies have left to be indie and are still doing really well. So it's being proven that you don't need these agencies to succeed as a VTuber. And I understand, like, you know, they do help speed up the growth of the career because then they just plug and play to like their network and just have eyes on you by default. But from everything I've seen, it just never really seems worth the trade-off. Like, you never get a better deal. So like, let's say you start with them and then you explode and become the biggest VTuber in the world. All the ones I've seen, the contracts don't scale with that success, so you still
that's
are
another
locked
thing.
into a bad deal. And now the agency just makes a killing off of your success, and
it's fucked up.
Stay in the same spot more or less. Like, it just doesn't ever really feel worth it to do that when you can still be very successful without these agencies. And it just sucks to see that it is still so common that these agencies are greedy scumbags, like in this case here with VShojo, apparently. But anyway, I just wanted to yap about this a bit. That's about it. See ya.
See ya, Charlie. Appreciate the video. That was a nice short little video explaining the situation. But yeah, a lot of VTuber corpos are greedy as fuck. You make more money doing it by yourself. If you're small, you know, it happens. I'm small too, so I get it. Some people get lucky, some people don't. You just got to put in a lot of work, and hopefully, you know, you catch the eyes of the right people. But yeah, I guess be on the lookout for Rebel's VShojo debut if he gets picked. But yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'd appreciate it if you gave a like and a sub. You don't have to, but I would appreciate it. And yeah, till next time. By the way, guys, w.gg, use code CHI to get 10% off, and maybe one day I'll get a waifu cup if you guys order enough. Yeah. I also stream live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Chiral Chikage, whatever the fuck you want to call me. But yeah, go check me out if you enjoy the videos. Bye!